Hello everyone. Welcome to the solution of LeetCode problem 1603 named Design Parking System. In this problem, we have to design a parking system for a parking lot. The parking lot has three kinds of parking spaces, which is big, medium, and small, with the fixed number of slots for each of the size. That means, suppose we can place two big car, three medium car, or one small car. So the number of big, medium, and small car is fixed. Now we have to implement the parking system class. Here in the parking system constructor, it has three parameters, which is big, medium, and small. Here we have to initialize the object of the parking system classes. The number of slots for each parking space are given as part of the constructor, which is big, medium, and small. Now we have to implement a Boolean function, bool at car. The parameter of this function is a car type. Here we have to check whether there is a parking space for a particular car type, for the car that wants to get into the parking lot. Here the car type can be three of the kinds, big, medium, and small, where big represents by 1, medium represent by 2, and small represent by 3. So here a car can only park in a parking space of its own car type. That means a big car can be placed into the big slot. It cannot be placed in the medium or a small slot. So if there is no space available, this function should return false. Otherwise, we have to park the specific car and we have to return true. I hope you understood the problem statement. Now let's move on to the algorithm. Now the algorithm is pretty simple. At first, we have to implement this parking system methods or parking system constructor. It has three parameters, which is B, M, and S, where B is the number of big cars we can park in our parking lot, M is the number of medium cars, and S is the number of small car. Suppose this is our parking lot. Here we can place two big car, three medium car, and one small car. So in the parking system constructor, we have to initialize the variable B with 2, the variable M with 3, and the variable S with 1. So here, for this method parking system or this constructor, we will take three variables. Initially, the initial value of the variable B, M, and S will be 0. After constructing this constructor, the value of B, M, and S will be replaced according to the parameter. So this is the first implementation. Now we have to check the add car methods, or we have to implement these add car methods. Here we are given a specific car type and we have to check whether we can replace this car into the parking space or not. Suppose the car type is 1. So here 1 represents the car which is big. Now we have to check whether we can place one of the car into our parking system or not, which is big. So initially we have seen that the value of B is 2. That means we can place two big cars here. So here, if we park this single big car, the value of B will become 1 and we have to return true because we have placed this simple big car. Now, suppose again the add car methods takes the parameter which is 1, which is another big car. So here we have to place another big car into our parking lot. So here the value of B will be reduced into 1 to 0. So in this case, we also have to return true because we have placed the respective big car. Now, suppose we have taken another 1 as the parameter. That means we have to place another big car into our parking lot. But wait, in our parking lot, we have already used 2 slots available for the big car. So can we place the third big car here? The answer will be definitely no. So as the value of B is 0, in this case, we have to return false. So I hope you understood the algorithm. Now let's wrap up the algorithm into the briefly. Here, at first, we have to design the parking system constructor. Here we have initialized the value of B, M, and S with the respective parking slot element. After that, we have to check whether we can park a certain type of car into our parking system or not. So here, we will repeatedly decrease the frequency of the respective car into our parking lot. And if our frequency is greater than 0, that means we can place this car. Otherwise, we cannot place this car and return false. I hope you understood the algorithm. Now let's move on to the code. In this problem, the code is pretty simple. At first, we are given a constructor named parking system. It has 3 parameters, big, medium, and small. And we have initialized the low, medium, and high variable with the big, medium, and a small constructor parameter. After that, we have to implement the add car method. Here, suppose the car type is 3. That means we have to place a small car. So we have to check whether there is a sufficient small for the small car or not. If it is, that means we have to place the small car. After that, we have to evaluate this expression and return true and false. And this condition is similar for the small car, big car, and the medium car. I hope you understood the algorithm. Thank you everyone for watching this video. We will get back soon with another LeetCode solution.